Welcome back. This is Braulio Guerrero, and I'm here at the 2018 National Massage Convention and Trade Show. And I actually have here Nathan Nordstrom. Nathan, how are you doing today?
Doing great. It's a great day. And you?
I'm doing quite all right. Nathan, you're a quite impressive person. Care to tell us a little bit about your background?
Nope. I'm just kidding. Yes. So I'm a massage therapist. Been a massage therapist since 2001. I've worked in several different aspects of massage therapy. I've been a massage therapy trainer. I teach with a company called Educated Touch that I put together with several other massage therapists so that we can teach continuing education. I'm the past president of the American Massage Therapy Association. I'm currently on the National Certification Board. I've run massage schools. I've organized a lot of things. I've owned spas. I currently work as the director of massage therapy training for a company called Hand & Stone Franchise Company.
Wow, that's a lot of things. So I have to ask, what did you do prior to your massage career?
This is my only job. I've really appreciated as I got out of high school and kind of moved into what I had to find out as a career. I really progressed into this concept of what I wanted to be, and my father was a retired chiropractor and my mother's an elementary school teacher, and so I started in as a massage therapist and realized that I had something to give to the massage therapy profession, so teaching continuing education became a natural thing for me.
It's impressive, I must say. So I have to ask, who were your role models? Anybody you can think of?
Well, I love role models. Role models are amazing. I usually take a role model and then roll with it and kind of get to the next one. So, I mean, we can go back to people like Gandhi and Christ who have a historical piece. But when we get into the modern realm, a lot of the motivational speakers, that's kind of the model that I use even for some of the continuing education classes that I teach. I want to make sure that there's an interpersonal connection where we're actually focusing on the person specifically.
Wow, that's incredible. So tell me, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I'm an eternal volunteer. I always love helping out the profession and helping out wherever I can. And so in the next 5 years, the biggest focus that I see is continuing education and continuing the profession forward. So hopefully we can get the entire profession focused as a medical provider and really focus on recognizing massage therapy as a developed and forward-thinking progress and connection for what the medical industry thinks of as success for our profession.
So there are quite a few associations that are affiliated with massage therapy. Why choose the FSMTA?
You know, it's funny because I'm not from Florida. I'm from Spokane, Washington. I'm across the country. And when I came down to this show, I didn't really know what to expect. I haven't been with these people. And as I went to the exhibit hall and as I had the students, it was really a passionate group of people. And there was this connection that they had. Even someone who doesn't know the towns and the boroughs and where things are at, it was this connection of massage therapists who have a passion and want to see the betterment for our local community. And that's one of the reasons why I think all groups should begin getting together and strengthening each other.
Yes, I mean, that's why I'm a part of this association as well. So tell me some of the highlights of your trip so far.
So I flew into Atlanta, and I stopped by Savannah, Georgia, and taught at a massage school out there. And that was a lot of fun because I got to connect with some of my roots. I actually worked in Savannah, Georgia for 3 years. And then as I came down, I came across this thing called heat that we don't really have in Spokane, Washington. And this humidity was really nice, opened up the pores and really made me feel good. But then going into connecting with the people and seeing the heat of passion, the heat of connection, and the heat of love for what they're doing, all really pulled me back to, I'm not just in the South, I'm actually in Florida. And so seeing these people who really are pushing, and not just pushing for one thing. We have spa specialists, we have clinical specialists, we have treatment-based specialists, who all are coming together for massage therapy and have this passion to really push for it. Seeing the number of volunteers who are stepping out and stepping up to become the best of what they can be really is inspiring.
Can we expect to see you again here?
I would love to come back. I think it's been a wonderful time, and I'd love to see Florida again.
So tell me, after you've been through all this and after you've gone through all the experiences that you've gone through, would you say that this is this is something that you can probably see yourself in the future, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe being a part of our board, maybe even starting your own chapter in your state. I mean, you come with a great deal of experience, and we would love to have somebody like you. And if what you're saying is true, that we are passionate, then we would love to see somebody of your capacity to really step up to the plate. You think that's something that you might be able to take on?
The Spokane, Washington chapter of the Florida State Massage Therapy Association has a nationwide stretch, which would be a really interesting venue to pull on. My volunteering state, currently, I'm really committed to the National Certification Board, and connecting that and really pushing that to everything that it can be is kind of where I'm committed, and I really want to see how the National Certification Board can connect with both chapter or states and state associations, but also how it can work with the national associations and other groups, because that's where we start seeing the real health of our profession. When the Federation of State Massage Therapy Boards can connect with these associations, when AMTA can connect with these associations, when the when each group can really understand what the foundation, Massage Therapy Foundation, can do for them, that's where we start seeing the health of our community. Instead of pulling apart and saying, well, we're this group and they're that group. You know what, we're better as one, and we're better as massage therapists if we can support each other. No matter what technique we use, we're just massage therapists, and we can strengthen each other that way.
Well, perhaps maybe we can bridge the gap together, and thank you for being with us. But before we leave, any final thoughts or words? Or
if you look at massage therapy as a profession, and you look at the other complementary alternative medicine pieces that are out there, the chiropractors, the acupuncturists, we're all passionate and striving to push forward. If there's one person that you can touch each day that's outside of your client base, that's going to give you a bridge. And if all 375,000 massage therapists in this nation stepped out and reached out to one medical provider, we would be so much more connected with the medical world.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think a couple key things you said was passionate. I mean, massage therapists, we have a natural passion for wellness and for the health care of others. So again, thank you for being with us, and we'll see you out there, okay? Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, Tony. I will.
Absolutely. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Braulio Guerrero, and I'm here at the FSMTA Convention and Trade Show. And I'm actually here with one of my good friends, best friends, John Romano. John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing quite well, John. John, tell me, how long have you been a massage therapist?
I've been a massage therapist since 1986.
So where are you currently, John?
Broward County.
Great. And what is the name of your business right now?
Other Worlds Therapies.
John, tell me a little bit about your background. What got you here?
When I was going to college up in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, I needed, of course, like most college students, cash in order to pay the bills and stuff. So I started working at a clinic in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and did an apprenticeship through them and got my Pennsylvania license. I started working with professional bodybuilders and athletes. My parents owned a dry cleaning establishment, and they had the account for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I started working on a lot of the Philadelphia Eagles and the Flyers and things like that. When I decided to move to Florida in 2002, they wouldn't take my Pennsylvania license because it was an apprenticeship. So I went back to school and got my license in Florida in 2005, and I've been practicing down here ever since.
Now, I know you on a little bit personal basis, so tell me a little bit about your previous careers.
Well, I was a musician. I was the frontman to a heavy metal band back in the 80s. We opened for a lot of the well-known bands, Poison and Cinderella and Metallica, things like that.
That's awesome. I'm sorry. I had to bring that in. You have to know why. I mean, I look up to you, John. You were actually one of the first people to make me feel welcome here at the FSMTA. So first and foremost, I want to thank you for that. But you actually have held a position here at the FSMTA. Is that correct?
Yeah. In 2009, in January, I was elected the vice president of the Broward chapter. And then the president then stepped down in June, and I became the Broward chapter president in June, and I was the Broward chapter president in 2014, and then I became the state second vice president in 2014 to 2016.
So going back to your massage practice, John, is it accurate to say that you do this for the health and wellness of your clients, of your friends, of your families?
Pretty much, I do it more for other people than for myself. I don't do it because I'm trying to make tons of money. I'd love to make tons of money, but I do it more for the fact that people need the help. I do a lot of charity work. I've been organizing the massage crew and the team for the Smart Ride since 2010, which we are looking for therapists again for this year for November.
So tell me a little bit more about the Smart Ride.
The Smart Ride is a nonprofit organization. It's the largest HIV/AIDS fundraiser in the southeastern United States. They have about 1,000 bicyclists that bicycle from Miami to Key West in 2 days. It's 165 miles. We massage them at the halfway point at Hawks Cay, and then again at Key West High School at the end of the ride.
Those sound like really fabulous locations. Is it safe to say that you can expect to have a lot of fun there?
Yeah, we do have a lot of fun. We work on the midpoint day. We work a long day. We usually start about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and we're there until about 9:30 at night. The second day is a lot less, but it's a lot of fun. There's therapists there from all over the world, not just Florida. So, yeah, we do have a lot of fun meeting people.
So tell me, where could I find information on the Smart Ride if I was interested?
You can actually go to thesmartride.org. Find information about that. You can also contact me. I'm sure we'll have my contact information a little bit later on, and I can give you the passwords and stuff like that for the massage crew and tell you how to sign up.
John, it's been absolutely wonderful to be here with you for many reasons, but is there any final thoughts or anything you want to add?
It all depends on the person. Massage therapy to me has been very rewarding. I wouldn't be a massage therapist for, 32 years now, if it wasn't rewarding and I didn't really enjoy it.
And I'm sure your clients are all very happy to have you, someone who's so experienced and passionate about this industry in this field. John, thank you for being with us, and you enjoy the rest of the trade show, okay?
Thank you. You too.
All right, take care. Welcome back. My name is Braulio Guerrero, and I'm here at the 2018 FSMTA National Massage Convention and Trade Show. And joining me is actually Anita Shannon. Anita, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. But listen, Anita, I must comment on your hair. I love the color. Did you just recently get that done?
No, I've had it for a couple of years. I went silver and found that the attitude people had towards me changed significantly. So I added some color so they quit treating me like an old lady.
I'm sure that is far from true. But Anita, you are actually here on behalf of Ace Massage Cupping. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. I formed ACE around 2001 and have had just a ball with it since. We've got about 8 to 10 educators here in the U.S. We've got 2 masterful educators in the UK. We've got a bunch in Europe. So it is spreading everywhere, and we couldn't be happier.
Anita, I would love to know a little bit about your background, because I've heard a few stories, and I think that kind of led you to where you are today. Is that correct?
Yes, it did. It did. I'm afraid of what stories you've heard. But anyhow, I started out, I was injured pretty severely. I have been in 12 car accidents since I was 5 years old. I'm a very unlucky passenger. I broke my neck in one of the accidents, and I was told I was permanently disabled. And I understood. That's how they saw it. I just disagreed, so I went for neuromuscular. I started Iyengar yoga, began doing facials, manicures, pedicures, and then went on to massage from that when I was strong enough. And it's just been an amazing journey, and there's a lot of people who have been given that kind of a prognosis, and the vacuum therapy has been spectacular for me, just for my pain management, and just to grow through this and help other people.
So help other therapists understand how cupping can help them in their practice, or in your case, like themselves.
Good question, thank you. This is something to be added into your practice. And the really neat thing is we started teaching in 2001, and so many new companies are coming forward now with varieties of techniques, things like that. It's exciting, because the first 5 years everyone kind of laughed at me with that. But this is something you're going to add into your practice. You might have trained with James Waslowski. You might be using this for the pin and stretch. You might have been trained in lymphatic drainage, what we call lymphatic liquefaction with the cups. So your hands are always going to be in there. This is your tool to help you. It also does something that it is very difficult for our hands to do. This lifts and separates, opens that fascia up, and we call it vacuum decompression.
Now, is this painful in any way?
That is a challenge right now. We've got people who have bought cups online and have watched a 20-minute YouTube video, and they are hurting people. You can really hurt somebody with this. People, though, who have been trained are doing extremely well with it. So we do get some people coming in, oh my gosh, don't do that to me, that hurt. Actually, I taught a class today and that happened. The person on the table said, I'm actually terrified because it's hurt before. I started working on her, and about 3 seconds in, she said, this is not what I'm used to. So we're asking people to get less aggressive. It's a strong, strong therapy. Take classes from multiple people to gather all the information you can, and then pick and choose what works for you and your clients best based on safety, contraindications, and efficacy.
Wow, yeah, no, I can agree. I actually do cupping in my own practice as well, and you know, getting more knowledge about how techniques or what techniques to use on others, it's so critical, it's so important for massage therapists to understand. So that's why you can come to the FSMTA or take courses in your local area. So where can we find somebody like you?
Well, we've got 8 trainers here in the U.S., so you can visit massagecupping.com. You'll see our whole class schedule. We do have a lot of classes in Florida. We're scheduling those beginning January 2019 on. We've already held the other ones here this year. But we go all over the country, Canada, so you can find all kinds of classes. If you can't find one near you, at least start with an online workshop. This is not the end of your training, but at least it's going to be safer than the 20-minute YouTube video. Get something with some foundation, some theory, find some good online videos. We've got a couple out. I'm sure other people do too. But get your education. That's the most important thing about this, is learn how to do this.
You mentioned earlier that people are laughing at you, but no one's laughing at you now. No, because you're successful, you're a pioneer in your industry. Any final thoughts before we conclude here?
Yeah, when you get a good feeling about something, when you see this is helping people, when you see you've got something, don't mind that people laugh at you. It's a natural reaction. I laughed right back at them and kept opening my booth up over and over at the different shows. Like you said, they're not laughing now. Don't be afraid to try new things, but again, make sure you've got a good foundation in why you're going to be trying that.
I completely agree. Thank you, Anita, so much for being with us today, and enjoy the rest of the trade show, okay?
Thanks.
Take care.